Hello, Tracy's Kitchen and Appalachian Adventures. How's everybody doing today? Good. So the title of this video is To All My Friends on Skid Row. Now, I made a video on the same vein about Skid Row, if you had once, okay? So this is maybe at least the second video I've made about Skid Row. So let's just be real for a minute, okay? You gotta be real when you are poor, you pop, and you're poverty stricken. You gotta be real. You cannot have a fantasy that you're going to the theater, excuse me, and your husband has $300,000 in the bank, and you are living in a mansion when that is not true. When the truth is, you're just making a real low salary. You and your children are only eating one meal a day, if at all. Your children are going to school in rags. That's not real. So you have to be real about your poverty. You got to be real where you're at. And what is God really saying in the Bible? When he gives the Ten Commandments and he has all those laws in Deuteronomy, Leviticus, and then he gives the Proverbs in the book of Proverbs, and then in the New Testament he talks, there's some more wisdom. What did he say? What is he saying? He said you can do all these things, you can be all these things, and it has nothing to do with whether you're rich or poor. So you can be rich, even if you right now are poor. Okay, he's saying you can be honest, even if you're poor. You can be honest even if you're rich. You need to pay your creditors. You need to stop stealing paper clips from the company. Okay, he's saying you can do all these things that pertain to the law, to his law, whether you're rich or poor. He did not say only the rich people do this, only the poor people do this. Excuse me. He said you can do all these things pertaining to the law that's outlined in Deuteronomy and Proverbs and Leviticus and the New Testament, whether you're rich or poor. You can have a good reputation when you die, even if you're poor. You can have a good reputation when you die if you're rich. But you take like a lot of people, when they die, they have a bad reputation. Got 7, 8 kids out of wedlock, womanizer, manizer, whatever. Okay, they don't have a good reputation when they die, but you know what? The Lord said a good reputation is better than anything. And it does matter how you die. A good reputation is better than silver and gold. I think that's what it says. Okay? So it is important how you die. What are people going to say about you beyond the grave, okay? So let's get real for a minute. If you're on Skid Row, excuse me, and you write a resume, now, if you write a resume, let's get real, okay? If you address a Skid Row or a tent city, you're not going to get that job. Because they're going to look at your resume and say, that address sounds familiar. Okay, that's Skid Row. No, we can't hire you. Sorry. Okay? So, look, you're not dressed properly. Why are you going to look for a job if you're not dressed properly? Your hair is nasty looking and not cut and not clean. Your skin is dirty and nasty looking. Your teeth are real nasty looking. So why are you trying to look for a job if you're in that kind of condition and you refuse to go to the park and clean yourself off? Okay? Yeah, I'm being real. Because, look, there are people making good salaries who have bad teeth. Nasty teeth. Okay, how their wives or girlfriends kiss them out, I'll never know. But there are a lot of people who have really good salaries, have nasty and bad teeth. And there are a lot of people, you believe it or not, who don't bathe, who work for corporate America every day who don't bathe, okay? So don't feel bad. Okay? Now, everybody on Skid Row, just about everybody on Skid Row has a minimum of $200 in their pocket. They either get that from panhandling, Social Security disability, or Social Security payments. But just about everybody on Skid Row has $200 in the pocket. Okay? Now, the Bible says, one thing you should stop doing, let me go back up for a minute. You need to stop whining. Okay? Stop whining. Oh, I lost my job. Here I am. Family doesn't like me. Nobody likes me. Here I am. Well, so what? Okay, we all know that. But you need to stop whining. Okay, that's just the way it is. You don't have family. They're not supporting you. That's just the way it is. Deal with it. You can't rely on them. Okay? But most of all you need to do is stop whining and stop sleeping. Stop sleeping at 10 o'clock in the morning. at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Stop sleeping, because the Bible says if you sleep, if you love sleep, you're going to show enough come to poverty. Show enough if you sleep. You don't have time to sleep when you at rock bottom. So you need to, number one, you need to stop whining about how down and out you are. We all know that. Number two, you need to stop sleeping. You need to go to the library. The Bible says you're supposed to work 6 days a week. If you can work 7 if you want to. But the Bible says a man ought to work 6 days a week, and you can work 7 if you want to. Okay? There's some coaches, they work every day. Okay? They don't even rest, they work every day. Okay? But you work 6 days a week minimum until you dig yourself out of this poverty situation. Okay? Before you apply for a job, please clean yourself up. Okay? Go get you a haircut. Maybe you can get a $2 haircut from somebody in the street. Okay, take your bath. Okay, if you don't have access to a shower, go to the park system and wash yourself up. Okay? Brush your teeth, for crying out loud. A toothbrush costs $1. A pack of toothbrushes costs $1. Toothpaste costs $1 at the Dollar Tree. I'm being real for a minute. You can get that at the Dollar Store, Dollar General too, and Family Dollar. I'm being real for a minute. Okay. Number 3, you need to set up a marketplace. You need to sell something. Even if you're on Skid Row, you need to sell something. Okay. You go to the library and you look for lots. Okay. I saw a $1,500 lot in Virginia. In Alabama, you can buy lots for probably $45, and of course, you're going to have to pay a lawyer $250 so you can clear the title. These are tax delinquent properties in Alabama. You can probably buy it for what, $45? A lot of them. Okay. You should aggressively save your money. I saw a 2-story house for $12,000. The only thing it needed was a water heater. There are a lot of, abandoned properties in Tennessee. I said that before. Now, see, there's this pyramid. If you take a class called Organizational Behavior, it sounds really like a complicated class. And, it's probably a stupid class, but you got to take it. It's just part of your curriculum, y'all. You got to take it. It sounds like a stupid class. But anyway, they're going to talk about this pyramid. At the bottom of the pyramid is shelter. These are things that you need. Shelter, food, earnings, whatever your economy is, happiness, whatever makes you happy, children. And then at the very top of the pyramid is self-actualization. Now, what is self-actualization? What it means is that I like me, they like me, and everybody else likes me. It's just like that song in Scrooge. I love life, life loves me. Blah, 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 perpetual spree, whatever it is. Okay, so that's what self-actualization is. You mean, I like myself and everybody else likes me too. Okay? But at the bottom of this pyramid is shelter. Okay, so if you're on Skid Row, you don't even have this bottom one taken care of. You have this food one taken care of because the Union Mission is kind enough to give you some food. You don't have this one taken care of. Your earnings, you have not gotten economy yet. Happiness, that's not taken care of. You're probably not happy. Self-actualization, that's up in the air. I don't know. I doubt it. But see, you don't have the bottom pyramid taken care of. You don't have shelter. And you're at the bottom of the pyramid. If you don't have shelter, you don't have the whole pyramid. So the first thing you need to take care of is shelter. And the only way I can think of to do it is to buy land. You got to buy property. I don't care if you buy 1 acre. I don't care if you buy half an acre, 1/3 of an acre, or 50 by 100 lot. You need to buy property. Okay? Like I told you before in the previous video, if you park on your own property, nobody cares. The police don't care. All you have to do is show them, well, I own this property. Here's the title deed. I own it. So therefore, I can park on it. Okay? So, biblically speaking, the Lord said that 6 days a week a man ought to work. 6 days a week. And if you want to work longer, you can. until you dig yourself out of this poverty situation, out of this rut. Number two, you need to go possess the land, is what the Bible says. Go possess the land. Go buy a lot. Take care of your most basic needs, which is shelter. Once you have a shelter, do like the third world do. Build you a hut out of stones and sticks. Sticks and stones. They do it in the third world. You got to forget about the $300,000 McMansion. You got to forget about that because you're not there yet. That is not your economy. You have to, like I said, okay, there are abandoned properties. You can buy an abandoned movie theater. You can buy an abandoned bank. Some people have purchased banks, abandoned banks, and rehabilitated it. You can buy an abandoned theater. You know, I saw abandoned churches. I've been seeing that for years. Abandoned churches for $30,000. Has everything in it, benches, everything. Okay, $30K. You have to set the third food. But see, once you have your lot, you can grow food. But this is why you got to buy a lot first. Okay, earnings. What does it mean? You got to set up your own economy. That's what you got. You got to set up your own economy. Okay, if you're not going to go work in corporate America, you got to set up your own economy. Okay, if you're a banker or something, well, maybe you can teach banking to elementary school kids. Okay, number 4, aggressively save your money. Okay, that's the only thing that works. Aggressively save your money. Pay the past bills. Okay, you got to be honest. You know, it's okay to be poor and honest. Okay. You just want to be poor and honest, okay? The Bible says you can be that way. You can be honest even if you're poor, okay? So you must take care of this bottom, the shelter first. And the only way, at least I can think of doing it, and nobody tells us. See, the black man has pretty much forgotten how to buy land. The black man, sadly, has forgotten how to buy land. Because we got so used to these government handouts, government welfare, government buildings, government housing, food stamps. We got so used to it. Why should we buy a house and build it? Build a house or build a trailer on it. Why should we do that? Okay. The black man has pretty much forgotten how to buy land, but I'm suggesting you go buy land. You know, like I said, in Toledo, Ohio, you can probably buy a house for under $1,000. Even you have to rehabilitate it yourself. Okay. But they're out there. So if you're on Skid Row or Tent City, I urge you to take whatever money you have, keep saving it, and go buy some property somewhere. Okay? Have a nice day.